Hello guys, welcome to episode 2 of the Cold War era and the Holding Empire. Now, at the last episode we saw the trees that followed just after the First World War and the introduction of the USSR, how Wilby got some more lines here, how he gave lands to Gilby and Apo, and that. So now, here in the Castillo, which I'm gonna color it for now. I don't want to color it. I just color it this dark. Now that's the expert color. This dark, like, color for now. This dark, like, brown and goldish color for now. So what happens here? Well, will be. They set a treaty at Apo and Kilpi for their base in order to expand. So what happens? Well, actually, Kilpi only gets a bit of land here. Not a lot because they don't want to expand furthermore into the lake. Well, Apo, even though Apo does not expand in the lake, what they do is that they gain most of the mountain parts close to Wilpi and Mpuk. So now they're firmly connected. These three nations are connected together and they develop quickly. Now, in the server timeline, because we're only speaking in the server timeline and the real world timeline, we're just like 2 months after the First World War has ended. So everyone's here. And they're ready. And also I'm gonna put capitals just that we can see what's happening. So here's the capital of Here's the KLP capital. No, here's the Monomer's capital. Here's the capital of Mpuk base. The Honpa's capital whole typical base here. Here's the Apo capital base. The Merlin capital base. Obviously. No. But here's the expert capital base. And on Boyka's base, here's the capital of Boyka's base, and here's the capital of Otnana base. So now, today we are gonna see the introduction of some newly formed small states in other areas. So, start off with a new small nation is created here. This place first wasn't something, was just a base that was fallen. However, now, after the 30 Kimi, the level 30 Kimi, and will be, came that this base now will be called Frenzy base. And this Frenzy base is a small neutral nation that just starts to become stronger. However, as they realize they're next to the USSR. Yeah, that could have some consequences on them. Having a world power next year is not good. However, we've not seen a lot from the USSR. But don't you worry, you'll see a lot. The next episode, we'll see how the USSR goes, and we'll spend a lot of episodes in the Civil War. So now, let's just do some top. I'll just say the most OP powers will be. Then comes KLP, then Apo, then the next bit, and then the USSR. So they're fifth, and they're not happy. So as I said, they're spending a lot of money in developing their military in order to become better and stronger. So what do they do now? Well, something interesting happens. Here, some troops from the KLP base are leaving. And everyone is asking why. Well, no one knows, and KLP leaves a strong part of lake for another person we don't know, and even they lose territories themselves. And Napo. No one knows what's happening. And Nazareth one thought that just something happened. A new extremely small base appears, just as some basic parts of the lake. What's this base? Well, that's the newly formed Galileo base. An extremely small base that's just formed because they cannot put it anywhere else. So what happens? Well, also this base gets a capital here, but I'm not gonna put the capital so big because the space is extremely small. So capital is here. And now what's happening? Well, not much. Everyone's developing, inventions are happening. And what we see is the first conquest of the USSR to regain some land. So what they do? Well, up here. Okay, so I also did some reworking, as I said, about the whole thing. So now, what are we doing? Well, I'm at the base, actually. Clashes all the time. So now, what are we doing? Well, here, as we can see, there's a base. It's the remnants of a Gary base, which was here, and also a kind of a puppet to a book state that acts as a buffer zone between the Holy Empire and Empuk. Well, you know how this is gonna do. Well, what happens? Well, just some time after the war, the Holy Empire starts an invasion of this base. Now, the base defense are not good, but they're able to get back some land and even pushing in the USSR. Well, they start a push in the USSR, however, the USSR is stronger. So they take back their own lands, they set up a whole defense line here of troops, and they invade. Now, the book base rushed out. However, as their troops trying to go in, the Arado planes, which are a bomber of the USSR, strike bomber actually, are able to kill them, and the whole world sees this as the USSR again trying to invade so they can get land for themselves. Now, everything's happening. The USSR is like, give us a peace treaty or you're dead. And the light country's like, no. Help will come from me, don't worry. So, what's the help? Well, Mario met this base and some new equipment from the Republic Union. And while this equipment is advantageous, they are able to push back. WLP sees this, however, he doesn't do anything. The whole WLP leadership and WLP himself believe that we shouldn't go in, since we mean another world war. However, let's just hope that this war is for long. That this war continues and continues. So what happens? Well, the US leadership is small and actually not as strong as Filipinos, so they're trying to prove that their military is good, and they are pushing in. However, up here, in one territory where Ampuka is, it's difficult. They are getting invaded, their territories are lost, and this country is just becoming stronger uphill. Now, the USSR does have troops here, but they don't take them because there's 1, 2, 3 bases which are, let's say, difficult and not strong, but they're extremely strong, and also they know how this here, and except like from the Freeze base and the Maryland base kind of. So what do they do now? Well, that's what happens. Well, this land is annexed, obviously. So as I said, the USSR now is getting pushed back, and they cannot send in more troops. So what they do now? Well, they stop because they have elections. Yes, the USSR has elections. However, as the new leaders proclaim the provision goings up, the bad news are here. As this country now invades inwards and close to extremely viable USSR territory marked here. So, what do they do? Well, the USSR is scared. Like, a lot, they're like, ain't no way they're doing this. So, they come up with their strength. They're trying to use their most advanced military vehicles, and they push back this nation. Now, they back up front line, and they're able to spearhead an attack close to their capital. However, they do not surround it, as they believe that the capital is not in front at this point. Well, that's gonna come back to beat them. Why? Because all they're claiming all of land here, and they're extremely close to the Ampuk base. However, they stop. Well, happens. This base attacks back and pushes them back. Most of their progress just destroyed, while also they're also destroyed here. So you might be like, how is this country getting beat up by this so small one? Well, you see, do you really want to tell me? 1, 2, 3. All of these nations, except from the USSR and the French base, all except from the French base and the Maryland base, are helping the USSR. So it's kind of a way to say that yes, they're helping it. They're not helping us. They're helping the tail country. My mistake. So the USSR sees this, and they're like, you know what? No, never. One player of the USSR, one leader, someone who wasn't a leader anymore, an old leader called Hizvalidios, now a great military general, says in his novelization before this war that I had orders that said that we were not going to invade the capital and we're going to let them surrender. Well, Hizvalidios doesn't like that. He goes to the membership, says that no, this is all bullshit. We do what we want. Well, it now says yes, since they know that the intelligence data says that more LP troops are coming. So the advancement stop, and Chrysoalides puts in his first ever strong plan after the invasion of Ariomedes. What happens? Well, they're not just taking their speed, they're trying to encircle the capital while gaining only valuable resources. The encirclement is a success. However, the new troops have arrived and they're trying to take back a lost territory. However, that's the end. Most of the troops are sent through underground tunnels here to the capital, and they're trying to hold up since they know that the other territory is lost and that the USSR won't hesitate. So now what happens? Well, the USSR first of all gathers all the territories, and every single day they're pushing a little bit inside this territory. However, this continues for a lot of months actually, and on the 5th month the capital finally falls and the USSR won. Well, 3. Nothing, just the USSR fully annexes this part, and also going there like, you know what, we're gonna annex more now since you want it. So they start the aggressive policy of annexing that land for themselves, and WLP is a bit scary now, seeing that the USSR is getting stronger. However, we're gonna see in the next episode something that truly defeats them. Oh no, I'm gonna just say now. I think it's better to say now. The USSR generals, good, strong generals, go from the base here. They travel all the way through Upper Base, through this base, through that base, and also through basic parts of WLP base and another base to the Castillo. And they proclaim that they want to ally themselves with WLP. Mostly this part here, the wholly typical part, the capital, says that we want to ally themselves with WLP. And WLP is making a little economic alliance. The Similfori, now being this part with WLP obviously, and Mario Met's base, are transforming into an economic an economic one. That's called the Republic Union. Well, it happens, and the web says that the whole empire can join. However, the USSR can be joined only if the bases are dismantled at their independent base. So what that means that this whole part here will be spread into these parts. These parts will be annexed at X speed. These parts will spread between this base and this base. And this part will be fully given to Mayometes, apart from this part, which will be given to Empug. And also some basic parts close to the whole typical will be part of a pop base. And the USSR is extremely happy. So they storm in the room, they get on their planes now, and they just move extremely fast and quickly. They're happy with that. So now, that's the second episode. I hope you'll like that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.